Hey everybody, happy February, happy New Year. If you happen to watch the last video I posted 2 weeks ago, I'm removing that video because after watching it, I looked so bad. The lighting was bad, and I know this video quality is not the best. This is off of my laptop. We're still unpacking we moved into our new house in October. And the video equipment, the ring light, all that stuff is set aside while we're still trying to fish through and find things. It was one of those things that was in storage for 5 months. Anyway, that's all I have for now is this, because my phone, having a problem transferring files. I may need a new computer, but anyway, I'm redoing the video because the one I did, I had to cut it off at the end because my husband came home unexpectedly and I needed to deal with a situation he had presented. And I was sick still with what I think was cedar fever. And I'll explain that in a minute for people that don't know what that means. And my eyes were all, it would just look terrible. The lighting wasn't good. And I want to make more quality videos the best I can. So here I'm in my new office, which, yeah, I have an office now because I did not have one. My husband had to take the one that was in our other house. And this is actually the dining room, the formal dining room, and we don't use a formal dining room. We just eat in the kitchen. There's only 3 of us. But I wanted to say Happy New Year, and I wanted to tell you why. It was 4 months since I posted my last video, and that video was a update video. I have not posted any videos about my growing up Mormon and then leaving twice, or my MLM journey, which was the reason I started this channel by requests. I haven't done any of those since last March, before all chaos started with April come, and we had a person that wanted to buy our house and gave us a really good offer on it. And it was the neighbor's sister, and we didn't have to list it, didn't have to show it. And it was a month, and we were out of there and moved down here to Universal City from Canyon Lake, Texas, into an Airbnb while we were building a new house. And that house kept getting pushed out. It was supposed to be finished in October, and once October came, they were saying December, but we knew it was going to be February, and every month since last summer, they kept pushing the date out, pushing it out, and we smelled foul and started looking at other options, and we were paying $3,100 a month to live in that Airbnb, and it was a nice Airbnb in a nice neighborhood, but we couldn't afford it, and we looked for another house. And living in Universal City, we noticed how the planes from Randolph Air Force Base really bothers me because I have tinnitus. I have tinnitus really bad, which is, for me, I hear motor humming over my head, and the planes just exacerbate it to the point where it'll trigger my PTSD, because there's an explosion in my face when I was in the Army. And so loud noises, especially if I have to sit and hear it for 8 hours a day, I just couldn't do it. And the home we were building was in the drop zone of Randolph. So we would get the noise of the planes, those fighter planes coming right off the runway, right over our house. And I was like, I don't think I can do this. But anyway, we started looking at other homes, and we thought, we'd really like to have an over 55 neighborhood. No kids. If they had a pool and a hot tub and amenities, that would be great. And it would be even better if they had the yard maintenance covered by the HOA. Well, we found it in Schertz. And so we moved here in October, Scenic Hills, and they let us bring our son. If you've been watching my videos, you know that we have an adult son with autism. He's 25, who has to live with us. And we've been happy here. It was $100,000 less than we were paying for that new house. But the thing was, we put $9,000 into that house, and we needed to get our money back. And they won't just give it to you if you want to cancel the contract. So we were waiting things out, thinking we were going to go ahead and buy the house and have it as a investment. Except that in order to do that, you got to pay a lot of money. And if you're paying attention to the interest rates for mortgages right now, they suck. Well, first of the year, we all got sick. I said cedar fever. Mid-December, I could feel it in my chest, and I knew the cedars were starting to pollinate. Texas junipers and cedars, I don't know what it is about them. I'm not an expert. I just know that when they pollinate, people that have allergies already have a horrible reaction to the cedar pollen, and they will get cedar fever, which is like having an upper respiratory infection or flu because of the cedar. And ever since we moved here in 2000, back here in 2017, my husband and I both have been sick every year. He has damaged lungs from 10 deployments to the Middle East and being exposed to the burn pits with the military. So, we're working on a disability claim with the VA for that right now. So he's got a lower immune system. He's got COVID last year because of this damn cedar pollen. So I got sick, and the next day our son got sick, which he got like flu symptoms. And then the next day my husband got COVID, and he had it for 2 weeks. And then he went back to his job, and they let him go. Okay, so we don't have a job now. So there's a lot going on in our family. And thank goodness, because of that job, him losing the job, the builder of that new house let us out of the contract, and they've refunded the money. But there was another fee we had to pay to lock in the mortgage rate last summer when the rates started to skyrocket. And it's $3,000, and we're waiting to hear if they're going to let us have it back without me having to file complaints against them. And I'm not going to go into that. If you're buying a house, don't buy one right now, because the rates are just crapola. It's awful. And so many mortgage companies are taking advantage of people. And don't ever pay thousands of dollars to lock in your damn rate, because you don't see that money back unless it's a certain situation. And it's not going toward your home earnest money. It's an extra fee that you're just paying for the rate to get locked in. And right now, just don't even do it, please. We're sorry we did. And we didn't realize at the time that it was a fee. We thought it was buying down the rate, but it was going to be toward the payment on the house. They didn't explain that to us. But anyway, so I'll keep you up on whether I have to fight to get that money back or not, because we are going to get that money back. I know the government entities I can contact to get that done. But my main thing to come on here was to tell you that I am going to be back posting videos every week. I will resume the Growing Up Mormon and leaving, and then going back, leaving twice. I will go back and watch the last video and then continue that story, and I will go back and go to the next story in the MLM journey. Because over this last 4 months that I wasn't posting videos and unpacking what we had in storage for 5 months, I recognized with all my stuff, books, programs, courses I paid for, essential oils, herbs, I recognized the pattern, a destructive pattern of collecting stuff way too much. And I actually made a video that I was going to post on here, and I do it on my phone, and I don't like the quality, and it ended up being 30 minutes, so I'm going to break it up into sections to show you what I am still learning while I'm processing through the whole MLM, grieving from 40 years of doing MLM opportunities and not making a sustainable income doing it, and being in 19 different companies with a total of 29 times being in MLMs, which I'm pretty sure I've got the record on that over anybody else. And I'm happy to say that I'm coming up on my 2-year anniversary of being out of the last one, which was doTERRA. And this is the longest I have ever been out of an MLM willingly. Okay, when I was active duty military for 3.5 years, I wasn't allowed to do this because I was overseas in Germany and I didn't have time to be in them. Otherwise, I would have then. But this time, this was willingly, last 2 years. And I'm going to be honest with you. It has been hard recognizing my own destructive behavior and habits that I made over the years with these signing up with all these MLMs. So anyway, I wanted to give you an update to tell you, this is what's going on in our family, because since my husband doesn't have a job now, I'm going to be doing more on here that's hopefully going to attract more viewers by connecting with them and talking about some different things. And if there's something you want to see, please comment and please like the video. Please subscribe. I'd like to get a community here talking in a constructive way. Okay, negative comments, I'll remove them in a heartbeat and I'll block the person. I'm 60 years old, almost 61. I don't have time for bullshit. So I will take it off of here in a heartbeat, and then that's that. So I have 2 other YouTube channels, and I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do with them. I'm writing. I'm getting ready to publish my first, it's a poetry book I started when I was 15 years old. And I wrote 2 volumes up until I was 30. And I'm gonna release them in time for Valentine's Day. At least the first one. And then my husband and I are writing erotica together. And we're gonna have that ready too in time for Valentine's Day. So because it's time. So, and we're doing that under writing names, pseudonym names, not our real names. But I will put the links on here once I get that up. So I want to tell you, be looking forward to more content. I'm hoping to get one video out by this weekend. I'm not going to promise, because like I said, we're writing and working on VA claims, both of us, my husband and I, and working on getting SSI from our son finally, and because we found attorneys that are helping us. So we'll finally get what we need for our family and get our income going. So yeah. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you feel inclined, and please comment, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.